Hey, good morning YouTube. Made a big milestone on the tankless water heater install. So we got the gas piping in there. I've got my valve for gas dryer if I ever decide to do that. Got my 3-inch drip leg down there, and we come up here and I have a pair of offset 45-degree angles, and then I have my shutoff valve and then a coupling there. And yeah, I might have to come down just a little bit there. You can see I've got a little gap, so I'm trying to set the height of the water heater here to match up to the gas piping. I put up a board there at what I thought was the height, but with the union it's a little hard to measure because the bottom of the union is conical and it fits up inside a recess in the other half. So yeah, I think I'll measure that gap there, and then I'll lower my board and get the board leveled again. I thought I had it level, but the heater's a little bit off at an angle. I'll show you what I have up top here. So yeah, up on the top what I did was I put a board across to trap the flange, and I put a couple of washers behind the board so it sits away from the wall, and then I could slide the upper flange under the board. Got the gas line hooked up and checked for leaks. Yeah, I got the heater lowered down about a ½ an inch to get it lined up with the union. And then up above here, maybe to zoom in, so I dropped a plumb bob down through the roof vent. And now what I can do is get a measurement of my front and back, and then also the side to side. We can take a look at it here from the side. So yeah, there's the front to back offset that I have to make up. Probably about 4 inches to the outside of that PVC coupling there. So yeah, I've got to go over roughly half of that then, so 2 inches back. That's what I calculated. And let's take a look at the side to side. And there you can see the side to side. So I got to go 1 inch over and 2 inches back to get lined up with the hole in the ceiling there. Okay YouTube, I think I got the vent offset sorted out. What I ended up with, I tried a few different spacers in there. I started out, I cut a 6-inch long section there for the bottom. I tried that and it was definitely too long in the offset leg, so I cut a 4.5-inch piece. And that was closer but not quite, so I cut a 3.5-inch piece, and that one centers up. Right there is the plumb bob coming down from the center of the hole in the roof, and it's centered that way, and it's also centered front to back, so I think I'm good to go there. So yeah, here's the existing roof vent for the water heater. I took the top off, and there's my string, so I think I'm going to make a mark right there, so I know how long to cut the pipe off. And I have plenty of room here because that can come up, that sits down like that, so I have really good distance. In fact, the old vent came up just to the roof line. It didn't even come up into here, so I want to actually make the new one come up above this level anyway. So yeah, there's the existing hole. If we can look down. Got my vent up through the ceiling, goes through the roof. I got the roof vent back on top. So it took about 49 inches of tubing there, and then I've got about 16 inches there. And I think I need to make note of that. So I think there's some dip switches inside the water heater that you need to set. Yeah, so here we go. I've got, I guess, 2 elbows. 3-inch venting. I'm good for 60 feet. I only have about 5.5 feet, so I'm well within the vent limit. And let's see, on the next page they give you the dip switch settings. So I've got 3-inch. I guess I don't have to change anything. I'm 5 to 20 feet, so that should be good. 2 pipes, 5 to 20 feet, so I'm good there. And then there's, in the back, there's a elevation setting, and I'm good on that. 0 to 2,000 feet. So I should not have to change any of the dip switches. So now the trick is we've got to get the water run. So I wanted to get these two connections made up because they are the fixed connections that I can't do anything about. Okay, there we go, YouTube. Got the plumbing hooked up. So I have the cold water running in front, as I figure I'll put the insulation around the hot water pipe. So I still have to pick up some pipe insulation, and then I also have to put down the clamps. So I need to make some spacers, probably little wooden blocks, and then I can screw the pipe clamps in place. So I'll get the two pipes nice and vertical. Let's zoom in on the display. So right now it's just sitting there. I'm going to go turn on the hot water in the kitchen and we'll see if it turns on. There you go, it's flowing 0.8 gallons per minute, and if we cycle through there, 120 Fahrenheit, and the input water is 71, output is 121, and there's your flow rate. And then I'll go shut the water off and we'll see if the heater goes off. And there you go. Now it's in standby mode, the little orange light there. So yeah, I think that's working. Okay, I guess that's about all. I've got a bathtub running and the shower running. So 4.6 gallons a minute, 120. Yeah, it's maintaining temperature. So yeah, that's pretty slick. And yeah, I'll just show you the rest of the water. So I have the two flex pipes coming across, and then I have my corrosion inhibitor right there. And then I've got hot water and cold water shutoffs. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the pipes that are in the wall. They were stuck. I wanted to try to get those old pipes out, but I was pulling as hard as I could on the pipe wrench I had. I don't know how they're attached in there, but even this fitting on the end here, I wanted to put an elbow there, but I couldn't get that off. They are pretty cruddy inside, and that was pretty much plugged up. The valve actually still works. I might try cleaning this out. Looks like actually a pretty good valve. All brass, and it doesn't leak, and it still spins easily. Probably just need to get rid of some of that rust and corrosion in there. But yeah, I think that valve might be okay. You can see the old pipes were pretty cruddy. That's why I wanted to get as many out as I could, but this came out, the rest of it stayed. So in the interest of getting hot water back on, I just hooked up what I had, and supposedly this corrosion inhibitor will work through your hot water piping and help to dissolve some of the scale that's already on the pipes. So maybe that might help a little bit. We'll see, if you believe the literature that comes with it. So supposedly will last about a year. I'll update you when I get some gas and electric consumption data here, and we'll let you know how that goes. As always, thanks for watching.